Hey there, my dear friend. I hope your morning started easy today. No tossing, no turning, no staring at the ceiling, wondering what the heck happened to your mojo. You see, I want to talk to you about something most men our age don't say out loud, but we sure as heck feel it. Maybe it crept up on you. Maybe you noticed it one morning, when that familiar morning wood just didn't show up. Or maybe it's been slowly fading harder to get going, harder to stay firm, harder to feel like the man you once were. And I know, buddy, I know what you're thinking. Maybe it's just old age. Maybe my testosterone's low. Maybe this is just how it goes now. But what if I told you, you've been barking up the wrong tree all along? What if I told you there's something incredibly simple, something hiding in plain sight, that could start turning things around for you in just 7 days? And what if I told you it has nothing to do with pills or injections or some overpriced supplement sold on late-night TV? My dear friend, the truth is so much simpler. It's about what you eat before bed. Yeah, not some miracle drug, not some magic powder, just food, real food. Because the food you eat before you go to sleep could be either the reason you're waking up feeling flat and frustrated, or it could be the reason you start waking up with strength confidence, and yes, firmness you haven't felt in years. You're not broken. Your body's not giving up. It's just been asking for help and no one's been listening. Not your doctor, not your buddies, not even you. But today, my dear friend, that's about to change. Because in this video, I'm going to show you how something as small as a bedtime snack can quietly rebuild blood flow hormone balance and that fire down below without any judgment or shame. But before we dive into it, I want to ask you for just 2 tiny favors. That's all. First, if you're listening to me right now, I want you to click that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of the powerful health secrets we're sharing every single day, especially for men in their 60s, 70s, and beyond. Second, I'd love it if you gave this video a like, then type the number 1 in the comments to let me know you're right here with me. And if you can, share this video. Share it with your old buddies, your veterans group, your church group, your family Facebook page, wherever someone might be struggling silently, thinking they're the only one. Because you never know. Maybe just one click from you could help a man who hasn't slept well in weeks, a husband who's lost that spark, or a neighbor who just wants to feel like himself again. Your support is the fuel that keeps me going. It's what helps us reach the folks who need it most. And now, let's get to the good part, the truth you've been waiting for. Because what I'm about to tell you might just flip the switch for you, literally. Nitric oxide. The unsung hero behind every erection. My dear friend, let me ask you something personal. When was the last time you woke up feeling alive? I'm not just talking about energy or clarity. I'm talking about that deep primal feeling when you roll over in bed, feel a certain firmness, and think to yourself, well, damn, maybe I still got it. That feeling, my friend, starts with one tiny invisible molecule, nitric oxide. It's not a hormone. It's not a vitamin. It's not something you can bottle up in a fancy label. It's a gas. A microscopic gas your body makes naturally. But oh, how powerful it is. Nitric oxide is the spark that sets everything in motion. It's the message your brain sends to your blood vessels saying, open up, let the blood flow. And when it works like it's supposed to, boom, you're back in business. But here's the rub. As we age, especially past 50, our nitric oxide levels can drop by more than 50% according to the Cleveland Clinic. That's not your fault. That's just biology doing its thing. Problem is, no one tells us that. We blame testosterone. We blame stress. We blame our partners. But the truth, it might be this quiet little molecule fading out in the background. The Journal of the American Heart Association published a study showing that reduced nitric oxide production is one of the earliest signs of endothelial dysfunction. That's the inner lining of your blood vessels. And when those vessels don't open up, blood doesn't go where it needs to go, especially down there. And remember this, the blood vessels in your penis, they're tiny. We're talking 1 to 2 millimeters across, so even the smallest bit of inflammation or stiffness makes a huge impact. That's why your body gives you warning signs down below before it gives you chest pain or high blood pressure. Your erection is your early warning system, my friend. But here's the good news, and I mean the really good news. You can support your body to make more nitric oxide, naturally, gently, without a prescription. And guess what helps most food? Not pills, not injections, just smart, simple food choices. Coming up next, I'm going to show you exactly which bedtime foods can boost nitric oxide while you sleep and which ones might be killing it without you knowing. And trust me, you don't want to miss the third one I mentioned because it's cheap tasty and most guys never knew it could change their mornings completely. But before we get there, my dear friend, if you're still listening, do me that little favor, hit that like button and type the number 2 in the comments so I know you're walking this road with me. And if this part resonated with you, share it with someone who needs a nudge, someone who's been quietly frustrated thinking maybe it's just part of getting older, because it doesn't have to be. Now, let's keep going. The next part might make you rethink everything about your midnight snack drawer. How your bedtime eating habits quietly wreck your erection. My dear friend, if you've made it this far, then lean in closer because what I'm about to tell you might hit home harder than you expect. You see, most of us don't think twice about what we eat before bed. A bowl of cereal, a couple of cookies, maybe a slice of leftover pizza or a salty handful of chips while watching the news. Seems harmless, right? But here's the truth that nobody ever told us. Your bedtime snack might be the reason your mornings feel empty. The food you put in your mouth before sleep doesn't just sit there. It whispers to your hormones. It speaks to your blood vessels. It shapes the way your body repairs itself overnight. Let me break it down plain and simple. When you eat high-carb or sugary foods late at night, your insulin spikes. That sudden jump blocks your body from producing growth hormone, which is essential for testosterone production. According to Harvard Medical School, poor insulin control is directly tied to lower testosterone and higher belly fat in aging men. It's a vicious cycle. More sugar, more fat, less testosterone, and worse erections. And it gets deeper. That pizza slice or that microwave popcorn you love, it's packed with sodium. And when you eat salty, heavy meals before bed, your body ramps up cortisol, the stress hormone. But guess what? Cortisol does. It puts your body in fight or flight mode, not rest and repair, not rebuild testosterone, not let's wake up strong. A 2020 study from the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism showed that elevated nighttime cortisol levels directly suppress the natural testosterone surge that happens during deep sleep. So even if you sleep 7 hours, your hormones may never reach their peak. You wake up groggy, tired, and soft. But wait, it doesn't stop there. Eating junk late at night also messes with your circadian rhythm, your body's internal clock. Normally, your testosterone gets a boost in the first few hours of sleep, especially during REM cycles. But heavy digestion keeps your system busy, stealing energy from your hormone-making machinery. The result, you might think you're just aging, when really it's your snack working against you. And my dear friend, I say this not to shame you, but to free you. Because once you know the truth, you can take back control. You don't have to ditch food, you just have to pick the right ones. And speaking of the right ones, in the next part, I'm going to share with you the top nighttime foods that support blood flow, boost nitric oxide, and let your body rebuild testosterone while you sleep. And wait until you hear the surprising benefit of beet juice. Yes, beets. That humble, earthy root might just become your new secret weapon. But before we jump into that juicy part, do me a little kindness, would you? If this made you think of your own late-night routine, hit the like button and type the number 3 in the comments below. And don't forget to share this with someone in your circle who's quietly struggling, wondering what the heck happened to their spark, because the answer might be hiding in their fridge. All right, ready for the good stuff. Let's open the fridge together, and I'll show you exactly what foods can bring your morning back to life. The foods that open your blood vessels and make your manhood grateful, my dear friend. Now that we've peeled back the truth about how late-night eating can mess things up, let me show you the other side of the coin. Because not all food is the enemy. Some foods are like quiet little healers. They work while you sleep. They slip into your bloodstream, whisper to your blood vessels, and say, relax, open up, let it flow. And when that happens, well, you wake up feeling more like yourself again. So, let's talk about the good guys. The foods that help boost nitric oxide, improve circulation, and make your little buddy downstairs stand at attention again. Let's start with beets. Yeah, I know beets. Not exactly sexy, right? But don't underestimate that earthy red root. Beets are rich in dietary nitrates, which your body converts into nitric oxide. A 2015 study published in the Journal of Applied Physiology found that even small amounts of beetroot can significantly improve blood flow and lower blood pressure in just days. Just imagine that. A simple roasted beet salad before bed could quietly set the stage for a stronger, more confident morning. Now let's add arugula and spinach to the mix. These leafy greens are nitrate superstars. When you chew them, your saliva begins a chain reaction that converts those nitrates into nitric oxide, especially overnight. According to researchers at the University of Exeter, this natural nitrate process helps improve vascular function, particularly in older adults. Toss a handful of arugula into a bowl drizzle with a bit of olive oil, and boom, you've just prepped your blood vessels for action. But we're not done yet, my friend. Watermelon isn't just sweet and refreshing, it's also loaded with citrulline, a compound your kidneys turn into arginine, which then boosts nitric oxide production. Think of it like fertilizer for your inner plumbing. And if you want to add a bit of crunch and healthy fat, go for walnuts. They're full of L-arginine, a direct precursor to nitric oxide. Not to mention, they're rich in omega-3s, which help reduce inflammation, a double win for blood flow. You can even sneak in a little garlic at dinner. Aged garlic extract has been shown in multiple studies to enhance nitric oxide levels and support endothelial function. That's the smooth lining of your blood vessels that keeps everything flowing. So, now you know. You don't need pills, you don't need gimmicks. You just need a few simple ingredients working for you while you rest. But listen closely, my dear friend. If the right foods can heal and restore your blood vessels, the wrong ones can destroy that progress overnight, and you may not even realize it's happening. So up next, I'll walk you through the worst nighttime food offenders, the silent saboteurs, the ones that spike your insulin, inflame your vessels, and block the very flow your body is begging for. And trust me, the second one I mention, it's hiding in almost every kitchen pantry in America. But before we pull back that curtain, do me a little kindness, my dear. If you've gotten value out of this part, hit that like button and drop a number 4 in the comments. That way, I know you're still walking beside me on this journey. And don't forget, this might be the part a friend of yours needs to hear. Share this with them. You never know whose health you'll help save with one click. Now, ready for a little kitchen shock therapy? Let's open the pantry and expose the foods that are quietly killing your erections. The foods that quietly kill your erection every night. My dear friend, I know we've been sharing some good news so far, that certain foods can help bring your fire back gently and naturally. But now, we need to talk about the other side. Because if you're feeding your blood vessels with healing foods at dinner, but then wrecking them with snacks before bed, it's like pouring water on a flame and expecting it to burn brighter. Let me be honest with you, my dear. Some of the foods you reach for after dark might be silently sabotaging your manhood. Let's start with something most of us grew up loving: refined sugar, cookies, ice cream, breakfast cereals, even that healthy granola bar. These send your insulin through the roof, especially at night, when your body is supposed to be winding down. And when insulin spikes, it blocks the release of growth hormone, the very hormone your body needs to produce testosterone. According to a study in Endocrine Reviews, chronically high insulin levels reduce luteinizing hormone, the messenger that tells your testes to make testosterone. In short, sugar makes you sweet on the outside, but soft on the inside. Then there's processed carbs like white bread, instant noodles, crackers, and chips. These are metabolic grenades. They ignite inflammation, clog your vessels, and blunt nitric oxide production. The American Journal of Clinical Nutrition links high refined carb intake to endothelial dysfunction, meaning your blood vessels stiffen and close off instead of opening wide like they should. And don't even get me started on salty, greasy, or fried snacks. That bag of chips or drive-through burger you crushed at 9:45 p.m., it jacks up cortisol, your stress hormone, making it nearly impossible for testosterone to rise during sleep. Plus, too much sodium causes your blood vessels to constrict, reducing blood flow throughout your body, including down below. And yes, I know how easy it is to pour yourself a nightcap. But here's the truth, even just 1 or 2 servings of alcohol before bed can decrease REM sleep. That's when testosterone production peaks. The National Sleep Foundation confirms that alcohol before bed may make you sleepy, but it leads to fragmented sleep hormone imbalance and weaker morning erections. So even if you're getting 6 or 7 hours of shut-eye, you might still wake up feeling tired, disconnected, and wondering why you just don't feel like yourself anymore. My dear friend, I say this with love. You're not falling apart. You're just unknowingly feeding the fire that's burning down your bedroom confidence. But the good news, you can change it. Not with big sacrifices, not by giving up everything you love, but by swapping the bad for the good, one small step at a time. And guess what? In the next part, I'll walk you through a simple bedtime plate, a real-life, easy-to-make, nutrient-packed meal that works with your hormones, not against them. It's tasty, it's comforting, and it might just become your new favorite nighttime ritual. But before we get to that delicious part, take a second for me, would you, if this section gave you an aha moment. Go ahead and hit the like button and drop a number 5 in the comments. And if you've been feeding your cravings more than your circulation, you're not alone. Send this video to someone who might need a gentle nudge, a friend, a brother, a neighbor, heck, even your grown son. Because real change starts with one conversation and one swap. Now let's head to the kitchen and I'll show you how to build a bedtime plate that your blood vessels and your bedroom will thank you for. Your simple nitric oxide boosting bedtime plate. My dear friend, we've talked about what can break you down. Now let me show you what can build you back up slowly, gently, night after night. Because what you put on your plate before bed doesn't have to be fancy, expensive, or complicated. It just needs to work with your body, not against it. So tonight, when that hunger creeps in and your fingers start reaching for cookies or leftover lasagna, I want you to try something different. I want you to build a bedtime plate that helps you heal while you sleep. Here's what that might look like. Start with a handful of arugula or spinach. These dark leafy greens are loaded with natural nitrates. Your saliva and gut bacteria turn them into nitric oxide, especially during rest. A 2022 paper from the Journal of Nitric Oxide Research confirmed that consuming nitrate-rich vegetables before sleep significantly improved overnight blood flow in older men. Add a small drizzle of extra virgin olive oil. It doesn't just help absorb the nutrients, it also calms inflammation and supports vascular elasticity. Now toss in a few slices of cold watermelon, not just because it's sweet and hydrating, but because watermelon contains citrulline, which your kidneys convert into arginine and then nitric oxide. Think of it as fuel for your inner blood pump. On the side, a boiled egg or a spoonful of Greek yogurt. Why? Because protein stabilizes blood sugar while you sleep, so you're not spiking insulin and crushing your testosterone. Want a little crunch? Grab a small handful of walnuts or pumpkin seeds, rich in arginine, zinc, and omega-3s. Every bite tells your body, we're safe, we're resting, we're healing. And if you need something to sip on, skip the wine or soda. Try a glass of tart cherry juice mixed with water or a teaspoon of beetroot powder. Both have been shown in studies from Mayo Clinic and NIH to boost melatonin, reduce inflammation, and enhance nitric oxide levels, all while helping you drift into deeper, more restorative sleep. So now, my dear friend, you're not just eating. You're training your body to perform again. You're giving it what it needs to bounce back bit by bit, night by night. No supplements, no side effects, no shame. But you may be wondering, how long does it take to see results? Well, I've got some news that might make you grin, because in the next part, I'll share exactly how fast your body can respond when you feed it the right way, even if you've been struggling for months or years. And believe me, the timeline might just surprise you. But first, if this bedtime plate feels doable, if you can see yourself swapping chips for cherries or cookies for greens, tap the like button and type number 6 in the comments. And please, my dear friend, share this video with someone whose fridge might be full, but whose confidence is running on empty, because small changes lead to powerful mornings. Now let's talk about what happens when you stick with these changes for just 1 week. You ready for that? Let's go. How one small change can turn it all around in just 7 days. My dear friend, I know you've heard this kind of promise before. Feel like you're 20 again. Fix it overnight. Miracle cure. And you're right to roll your eyes. Most of that's just noise, empty words trying to sell you something. But what I'm telling you here, this isn't hype. This is science. This is your biology, and this is your hope waking back up. Because believe it or not, when you start feeding your body the right signals, nitric oxide boosting foods, low inflammation meals, and circadian-friendly timing, your body responds shockingly fast. In fact, a study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that men who introduced nitrate-rich vegetables and cut out inflammatory foods experienced measurable improvement in blood flow within 5 to 7 days. Let me say that again, my dear friend. 5 to 7 days. not months, not years, not a lifetime of regret. Just a week of giving your body what it's been quietly asking for all along. And you'll know it's working not just by how you sleep, but by how you wake up. Men report stronger morning erections, faster arousal, more stable energy throughout the day, less reliance on external stimulation, more confidence walking into the bedroom, or just walking into their day. I've heard it again and again in clinic. Doc, I haven't felt that kind of firmness in years. Woke up like I was 30 again. My wife asked me what I changed, and I just smiled. These aren't superhumans. These are men like you. Men who were tired, doubtful, embarrassed, and honestly losing hope. But instead of giving up, they gave it 7 days, 7 honest days, 7 quiet choices, 7 bedtime plates, and the ripple effect. It wasn't just in the bedroom. It was in their energy, their posture, their mood, their marriages, their sense of self. So I ask you now, my dear friend, what could 7 days do for you? What might shift if you decided tonight was the night you start feeding your body life instead of fighting fires? And here's the beautiful part. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to start. One swap, one night, one plate, one decision to honor the man you still are. Now, if this part gave you a little spark, hit that like button and type number 7 in the comments. Let me know you're still walking beside me. And please, share this with someone you care about. Because 7 days from now, they could be telling their own story of quiet recovery, and it could start with you. Now, my dear friend, we've walked a long way together tonight. But before we wrap it up, I've got one last message for your heart, not your hormones. Let's take a moment to breathe. Reflect and talk about what truly matters as we close this journey. My dear friend, if you're still here with me, I want you to know something very simple but very real. You are not broken. You are not too far gone. You are not less of a man. You are not defined by a number on a lab report, a soft morning, or a silent struggle you've never told anyone about. You are still here, still breathing, still capable of change. And if all you've got in you right now is one small step, then take it. That's enough. Maybe tonight it's swapping out cookies for walnuts. Maybe it's skipping the soda and sipping beet juice instead. Maybe it's just going to bed a little earlier so your body has time to heal. Whatever it is, know this. Every small, gentle choice you make is a message to your body. A message that says, you're safe now. We're rebuilding. You can trust me again. And the more often you send that message, the louder your body responds. Your erection is not just about sex. It's about blood flow. It's about hormones. It's about sleep. It's about trust. It's your body whispering that something needs your care. And when you listen, when you truly start to listen, you'll find that everything begins to shift, not just below the belt, but in your energy, your confidence, your peace of mind. So, my dear friend, as we part ways today, I leave you with this. You don't have to change everything. You just have to start somewhere. And do it with love. Like I always say, a steady flame starts with one tiny spark. Let tonight be that spark. If this video gave you even one thing to think about, drop a comment below and tell me what hit home. Was it the beets? The bedtime plate? The truth about sugar? I'd love to know. Don't forget to tap that like button and subscribe so we can keep having these real conversations. Heart to heart, man to man, no shame, just truth. And if there's someone in your life who might be feeling lost in their body, share this with them. Not to preach, not to fix, just to remind them they're not alone. I'll see you again soon, my friend. Until then, take care of yourself, because you deserve to feel strong, connected, and whole, not just in your body, but in your life.